The optimizer has been designed to actually be very easy to interpret and to be able to determine actionable initiatives to help the company either take advantage of opportunities or deal with threats and deal with weaknesses. In order to do that and to avoid having to use very costly consulting services, what we designed are two tools. One, of course, being the results itself, and the fact that they are very visual and very easy to interpret in terms of looking at what is good and what is bad in terms of the results. The second is a guide that comes along with the results that demonstrates how to interpret it. The guide has a section right at the beginning about fast-tracking results. And what I want to do in this short video is just to outline what that fast-track approach is. When you get your results, there are various sections to it. One of the key sections are the responses to the questions, how the questions that were asked for in the optimizer survey scored in terms of the highest scoring ones and the lowest. Each group, whether it's be employees, managers, or customers, or all three, will have a section showing the top 5 answered results and the lowest 5 answered results. To get action going quickly, bring together your management team, a normal meeting approach, and share with them the lowest results of each of the groups. Beginning, for example, with the employee group, if that's the group that you're looking at, then the management group, and then the customer group. By discussing why these groups rated the results as the lowest, these questions as the lowest, becomes a dialogue for improvement. If, for example, employees rated areas around operational effectiveness, for example, cost management as on the weak side, obviously they have a reason for saying that. If it's a management group together and you're not sure why they responded to that, you might want to invite some of them to join the meeting and to give you their reasons. Since it's totally anonymous, it doesn't matter when you invite them because their scores are not known. You only have the average scores of that group. So they would feel comfortable in discussing why they believe the cost management function is not up to what they would or you would determine would be satisfactory. Possibly in checking the management results, you might find a very similar factor, because very often management has the same feelings about where the strengths and weaknesses are, and that may confirm the fact that cost management is a weak area. So just looking at the lowest ranked results as a group, as a management group, discussing them from the perspective of why the employees would respond that way, why management, if they're in alignment with that, respond that way, would be very, very significant in saying, okay, now that we see that it's slow, what are things we can do as an organization to improve it? And maybe define 1 or 2 or 3 actions that the organization can undertake to make improvements. If you have customer responses, you might look at, are there anything in their low scores that reflect a similar perspective? For example, if they don't feel they're getting value for their money, that might be a related factor on the basis that maybe the company isn't delivering sufficient value for what they're spending. And maybe part of that has to do with the fact that cost management may not be as well done and controlled to allow us to, as a company, to deliver a better service for a lower cost, or to make improvements to deliver a better service and provide higher value and give them more value for their money. So everything is related, and what I've just outlined is really a very quick, very fast-track way to get results from the optimizer without having to spend a lot of time consulting services in terms of finding that out. Good luck.